So that's how my week started. Let's see how the rest of it went. Hey YouTube, welcome to tonight's edition of the vlog. Basically coming into the night after a little bit of practice on Saturday, after watching some pros on both Sunday and Monday. Got some good thoughts on my game, approaching it tonight pretty well. I decided to go ahead and start with the UFO Alert, just straight up throw it. I went into it thinking I wanted to start with something with a bit more back end tonight, and if it worked, stick with it. The phase 2 has a tendency to get a little bit flat, start hitting pins really early. So if I can start with the UFO Alert earlier on, that's going to give me a little bit more kick in the back. So that's the plan tonight. In warm-ups, it worked. So hopefully I'm not just locking in on a ball without trying something else. But that should work well for tonight, so go ahead and see how it goes. Alright, so game 1, shot 198, mostly a bunch of strikes and 10 pins. Gutter ball spare the first frame. Had a wash out in the middle, wanted to come here from getting to 200. Pardon me, I have a teammate there. Feeling good, mostly lined up with the ball. Haven't had to adjust much at all. I might need to go about a half board to the right on the right lane. But otherwise, I'm pretty comfortable sticking the UFO Alert tonight. So hoping for a couple more big games here. Okay, so game 2 was a lot better in a lot of ways. I finally got squared down with 2 things I'm working on tonight. One is having all of the knee bend in my approach, and one is keeping my backswing from getting a little bit too high. I've noticed that when I do that, I lose control of the ball, and that's usually how I end up throwing it for a washout or a 3 count. That happened in the 4th frame of this game. 2nd frame was just my thumb hung up a bit and threw a split. And then in the last ball in the 10th, I had a good backswing, but I kind of just hit the ball too hard, and it came up high for a big split. My team lost by 1 pin. I'm not blaming myself for that. I bowled really, really well that game. And I think going in game 3, as long as I keep my backswing in a good place, get my release straight up, not so much around it so much, I've got a good shot at a good one. So let's go ahead and go finish the night. The 3rd game ended up not being as big as I was hoping for, but it was a clean game, and it resulted in a 644 series. Midway through, I finally hit a bit of transition, and it took me a few frames to adjust fully since I haven't had the time to fully learn the UFO Alert. I went 8-pin, 4-pin, 9-pin, and alternated spares and strikes to finish the game out, as I was still sort of feeling my way through how far in I could move with it. But the ball is absolutely fantastic for my game, at least on a house shot. Overall, it was a fantastic night. I was a perfect 8 for 8 on single pin spares, aided a fair bit by the knee bend and backswing management I've been working into my game. I'm still working to get my feet consistent with the knee bend, and I do need to change exactly how I'm doing that with my body, since I had a bit of soreness in my knee afterwards, but it's been a great effect on my game. It keeps my feet slow, keeps my slide short, and helps my swing be more consistent. The big lesson tonight, though, was definitely my backswing. As my timing has gotten better with my footwork changes, I started to notice the degree to which I had started forcing the ball higher in my backswing. Midway through the night, I started actively resisting that instinct, keeping my backswing more completely natural, and that's what gave me that excellent game, too. 9 out of 12 strikes in a game, it's nothing to sneeze at, and if I replace those 2 bad shots with just basic spares, I shoot 250. So I am definitely feeling very, very positive about my game going forward if I can keep that motion consistent. Finally, the effects of physical therapy continue to be great. I had only a light bit of hip pain, mostly some vague aching starting around game 2. There was a little bit of knee soreness the day after, but talking through things with my physical therapist, we worked out that I can probably adjust how I bend during my approach to put less stress on the knee. So that will do it for this edition of the vlog. As a last word, I do want to say that I was super excited to be at the show on Monday to watch Kyle Sherman win his first singles title. Brad and Kyle's channel was pretty much the reason I got back into bowling in the first place, and their influence was a major inspiration toward me starting this vlog as well. So getting to be there in person as one of them achieved a major professional goal was a ton of fun and one of the more memorable experiences I've had in bowling to date. So thanks again for joining me. This weekend I've got a session with a fantastic local coach, and I'll be talking about that in my next video. If you'd like to ensure you see that one, please be sure to subscribe. And as always, I welcome your likes and any comments you may have. I'll see you next time. Good luck and good bowling.